Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the first session of the course Zeolites from Preparation to Application. My name is Dr. Musa Zarur and I'll be your teacher in this course. Well, let's start by presenting myself. My name is Musa Zarur. I obtained a teaching diploma in general chemistry from the Lebanese University in 2007. Then I moved to France, where I started my master's degree in research. I had a master's degree in catalysis, molecules, and green chemistry, then a PhD in organometallic chemistry. And I decided, well, I like zeolites a lot. Let's have a switch. And there where the new journey started. By now, I've spent 9 years in preparing, characterizing, and testing zeolites for medical, industrial, and environmental applications. And currently, I'm in at the King Abdullah University for Science and Technology at KAUST, where I'm working on zeolites for catalysis. I have by now 20 published articles and 1 contribution in a book and 20 contributions in conferences. I am a scientific expert for project evaluation at the National Research Agency in France and an editor at Crystal's Journal, MDPI publisher, and reviewer for 10 international scientific journals. Well, let's hear a bit about you guys. What are your names? From where do you come from? What are your hobbies? And one reason why you chose this course. Well, just to let you that you, the 14, come from 8 different nationalities. That's what your record says. So you have a good opportunity to meet together during the breaks or outside the class to share some knowledge and discover the new cultures, and even to discuss your common interests like football or gyms or whatever. So please enjoy, have a good time of this diversity. Well, if we speak about this course, we'll have 4 main units. Unit 0 is what we have today. It's meet and greet and having some generalities of the course. Then in Unit 1, we will study the factors influencing the zeolite preparation. Unit 2, the methods to characterize zeolites, physical and chemical properties. And Unit 3 is to speak about the applications of zeolites with a main focus on catalysis. All the lessons discussions that we'll have will be published online on the university website, and you can access them through your portal together with a lot of additional resources. Well, for the grading of the course, it's mainly 3 parts. The quizzes that are made at the end of each unit, each for 5 grades over 100, and they are online. At the end of this course, you will have to give an oral presentation in groups. You'll be each 3 or 4 in one group, and you can choose an article and approved by me to present it. And the final examination is out. It has 50 grades over 100. Well, I hope by the end of this course, we will have a lot of knowledge of zeolites, how to make, how to characterize, and where to apply. But for now, my question is, are you ready to start? Well, this is the question then. Have you ever played with Lego blocks? What do you say, Chris? You see yourself in 40 years, that old man still playing Lego. Well, nice, good, good. They say that Legos always brings and improves your imagination. I'm happy that you'll be working on this. Well, the second question will make you laugh more, guys. What was the most sophisticated thing you built with Lego? Well, Sarah, don't be ashamed with your answer. I also, the maximum thing could make it was that camel, but this is not surprising. If you look why, resources say that up to 9,000 different types of blocks are existing for the Lego. So it's really hard to know which one to use and how to go. It's sometimes very difficult. Well, what if I tell you that we as chemists play Lego, but with higher or more advanced level? Our rules are more sophisticated, and more relaxed at the same time. We can start from one component only, not 9,000, but you can end up with many structures. Those can be less than 10 nanometer camel, for example, that can withstand up to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Well, how to do this? If you look at zeolites, very zoom in, it's made of silica, which is SiO2, or alumina, silica, SiO2, Al2O3. And since the alumina is negative, it needs a positive, so we give sodium or potassium or aluminum. Well, do not think it's very complicated. We will come to this in very much details. But let's see what will happen if you zoom out on this very elementary structure. You think we'll end up with this grid? Well, maybe, but if we continue with this grid, zoom out again, you'll end up with a grid at your balcony where you can put some plants. Well, do you think it really works like this? Well, Abby, you're right, it's not, but tell me why. That's true, because here I'm putting 180 degrees or 90 degrees for each atom bond, and we know that it's not true. It should be 100, it's tetrahedral, 109, I think. Well, then with the primary building units, the SiO2 or Al2O3, you call them primary building units, you can construct during the reaction secondary building units of more sophisticated forms, triangles, squares, octagons, and more. These are called secondary building units. We will see in the next unit 1, how to produce them. And these secondary building units will give us tertiary building units, which are more sophisticated, more organized. And then these more organized units will be transformed to zeolites that are, as you see to the right, the gray pictures are by microscopy, different forms, different sizes. And we will go into details later. Don't be confused with the names. I have to put the names, but for now on, don't look at them. Well, when you form your zeolite, I have to tell you that there are a lot of factors that can play with the result. We said that it's very easy, but very complicated. If you change any chemical factor, any physical factor during the synthesis and preparation, even if we know 1 plus 2 equals 3, but 2 plus 1 here does not equal 3. It will give you a different product. We will see this in the next unit. And after having your zeolite and studying the factors that influencing it, you adjust them, and then you have to study the characteristics of your zeolite, what type it is, what size is it, what is the morphology, what is the composition, how stable it is, how acidic it is. All these questions will be answered by unit 2. And then after finishing this unit, you will go to apply your zeolite. And there, where you will see that zeolites is everywhere in your life. You can have it on the in the solar panel, in the paintings of your house, in the cosmetics that you use, in the food industry as antibacterial, even the catalyst of your car. Well, we do not have enough time to cover all the applications. And to be honest, it's out of the scope of the matter of the course. We'll be more focusing on catalysis in our case. Well, that's the short introduction of the unit and for the course. We have seen that today. The course mainly focused on 3 units: the zeolite preparation, characterization, and application in catalysis. And for grading, you have 50% can be achieved by quizzes and assignments. And all the lessons will be recorded and uploaded to the university website. At any time you think you need to speak to me to discuss, or if there is something not very well understood, please contact me by the mail, and we can arrange a time where we can meet at my office in the address linked below. Have a nice day, and thank you for your attention.